If aligning graphics on the EufyMake printer feels hit or miss, this alternative workflow delivers better accuracy. The first step is preparing the image. In this example, we're using CorelDRAW to create a clean outline and add registration marks to match the artwork. You can use other design programs as well, such as PixArt, Canva, Silhouette Studio, Inkscape, and many others. This isn't a tutorial on those programs themselves, but rather an overview of the workflow and concepts involved. We've exported our PNG and SVG cut files. For this project, we're using 5mm Baltic birch. It's clean, flat, and perfect for UV printing. Other than a quick wipe down, no additional prep is needed before it goes on the EufyMake printer. We've imported our PNG into Eufy Studio. This step is critical. The artwork must be set to its original size. Corrections are almost always needed here. While the snapshot finishes processing, we'll set up our print settings. Material set to wood, flat mode, 6 layers of white, and 1 CMYK layer. Then we'll position the art on the board and print. Everything is ready to go. After a quick double check of our settings, we simply press print. Our Eufy printed fish looks great. Let's take it over to the laser and open up LightBurn to get it cut. The registration marks are now clearly visible. We'll use the laser's red dot pointer as our initial reference and fine-tune the alignment in just a moment. For print and cut, we'll start by aligning to the top registration mark in the upper right corner. Here, we reduce the laser travel speed down to just 1 millimeter. So slow, it's almost unnoticeable. Using our phone, we zoom in 10 times, making it easy to see exactly where the laser pulse will strike the wood. This will help with fine adjustments. This test pulse is spot on, but with our travel speed set so slow, it would be easy to make micro adjustments. With the file open, right-click and ungroup. Our first print and cut target, already set on the laser, is the upper right X mark. Select that point and open print and cut. This next step is one many people miss. It may not be required on every laser, but on ours we need to update LightBurn with the coordinates directly from the laser's controller. Click Set to Lock in the first position. Now let's move on to the second mark. We'll use the top X in the lower right corner. Select the X and click Jog. This will move the laser close to where that mark is located. When the gantry stops, it should be fairly close to the registration mark you selected. If it's not reasonably close, you may want to restart the process. We'll use the buttons on the controller to navigate to the center of the X. While our red dot is set pretty accurately, what really matters is where the laser pulse lands. Make your adjustments based on the pulse, not the red dot. You may have to pulse a few times. Just like before, click Get Position to update LightBurn with where the laser is currently at. Then click Set and make sure no scaling is selected. Under Cuts and Layers, there's no need to cut the blue layer. Set the speed and power for the green layer based on your laser's output. This next part is key. We want to adjust our kerf inward. For this laser, we'll set the kerf to -0.009. Most manufacturers recommend running your total output power at around 85%. This laser, however, is set to 100% and uses an external adjustment to control the total output power. Let's click on Start and get this cut out. For this video, we did disable a few safety features and ran the laser with the bed open. While this is never recommended, we kept proper safety equipment on hand and ensured adequate ventilation in the room. With the kerf adjusted, the cut is running just inside the fish. Now that this side is complete, let's finish the other side. The print and cut turn out great. The unprinted side of the fish was placed back into the printer and a snapshot was taken. Getting the graphic aligned with the cutout took some work, including several small rotation tweaks. Using the opacity tool allowed fine adjustments while the image remained partially transparent. As you can see, this step requires patience. Depending on how this turns out, the piece may be placed back into the wood cutout and returned to the laser. Using the second set of registration marks, the kerf can be brought in slightly more, possibly to around -0.013. If printing on a simple square or circular piece, this technique usually isn't necessary. Where this process really helps is with small, intricate cuts inside the graphic, especially when the print needs to be perfectly spot on. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Remember to always think outside the ordinary, because the ordinary is already taken.